Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tim Hart, branch manager of VanDyk Mortgage here in Fort Myers, Florida. Welcome to an episode of the Heartbeat for Realtors. Hope all's well. So today, thought it'd be cool to have some home warranty talk. And I got the account executive for American Home Shield here in Fort Myers. The name, and I'm not going to mess it up, Joey. It's Joey Margolis.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
Nailed it, man. Way to go.
I still want to say Margolis, you know.
That's because there's like 1,000 of them too. I don't know.
I like your way better.
Thanks, man. I do too.
Yeah. Okay, so Joey, brought you on. This show is for realtors, mainly in Southwest Florida, but people all over the state and country can listen. And I thought it'd be cool to start bringing on some home warranty information.
Awesome.
And quick shout out to you, bro. Posted on, and you know about this because you've seen all these posts, but on Facebook, hey, I'm looking for, a referral to a home warranty company. Dude, it was like, I think 10 or 12 comments on there of people recommending you. And there was like one other person that randomly named somebody else. So you're doing a good job here, man. So kudos to you.
Well, I appreciate that. And I actually appreciate all the agents that tag me, and I work with a lot of great people. What can I say? I do my best.
I'm listening to you, man. I love it, dude. I love it. All right. So good job, man. So what we're going to talk about today, Joey, is, and this is your area. And so we've titled this thing, The 6 Reasons Why You Should Offer a Home Warranty as an Agent.
Sure.
Right? Buyers
Definitely.
and sellers. And so this is your area. And if it's okay with you, man, I'm going to kind of hand it off, let you do your thing, and then kind of interact with you as you talk. Is that okay?
Sounds like a plan to me. I appreciate you having me on. I'm pumped.
Yeah.
So,
I forgot to say, real quick, how long you been with American Home Shield? We gotta iron that out.
Oh, yeah. No, so I've been with American Home Shield. I've been the rep in Southwest Florida for almost 5 years now. It'll be 5 years, December 1st.
And before that, you sold real estate, you said, right?
Correct. I did real estate in Atlanta. I've been in the real estate industry in some way, shape, or form for about 13, 14 years now.
Okay, cool, man. So you know what they go through as agents, and so you're able to take that experience into this, right?
100%. I always try to put it on a level that makes sense to them that they can use in their business.
Nice. All right. Gotcha. Okay.
Perfect.
Well, you ready to get going, man? Let's start hitting these 6 reasons why they should include a home warranty as an agent.
Fantastic. I feel like I should have gotten the cards like, who was it? Letterman used to use, the top countdown.
Like,
right? Just throwing them out.
Yeah.
But
hold on, wait. I got my business cards. Number 1.
Hey, all right. Warranties can help you win more listings. All right. I'm a big believer that lots of agents do the same things. So how do you be different? How do you get an edge in this competitive market? And I think by talking about warranties, including it as part of your concierge service, whether it's the seller's coverage option or even including it as part of your listing, saying, hey, you list with me today, this is what I will do for you, because home warranty is going to help sell that home faster, and it's going to help sell it for more money, and sellers are really happy when stuff like that happens.
Right. So, and with adding to that, I've learned from several different agents now that a lot of them include that as a given. Like it's just part of their concierge package, as you put it.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I mean, it's a great, one of the things that I am a big believer in is being able to market the home with the least money up front possible, right? So you get the most bang for your buck at the end of closing. And the way that we set these warranties up is nothing is paid until closing. So as an agent, they can go in, it's virtually no risk to them to offer to pay for a home warranty for the buyer at closing, because when it closes, they get paid, the warranty get paid. It all works out. If the home doesn't sell, the agent doesn't have to pay for a buyer that doesn't exist. It's, kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, like you're not out for like the home inspection or septic or well, water, whatever, right? Like it's only paid, it only goes out if you close.
Correct, exactly. And it actually kind of ties into one of the other 6 things that I want to talk about, not if you don't mind me jumping ahead for just a second.
Yeah.
But risk management is a big part of what we do as well. So a lot of the agents that I work with or in this area use the FAR as is contract, right? And there's a certain spot in that contract that basically says a home warranty to be provided by blank at a cost not to exceed blank. It is in there for a reason. One, because it's an as-is contract, right? This helps limit the liability for the agent and brokerage. Two, what it does is it will also allow you as an agent, as a buyer agent, to be able to step in and ask the seller to pay for a home warranty for your buyer, which also leads into the second thing, or it was a second, now it's a third, is how it actually helps you generate more listings, more referrals, more buyers, more customers, right? Because I look at it like this, and it ties in with the listing coverage for sellers as well. If you are providing something tangible for your customers, and then they in turn receive a value of that, whether it's we replace an air conditioner, whether it's we replace a refrigerator for the buyer, something breaks a day after closing, they're calling us, not you, right? Whatever that is, that touch point right there for the agent is huge because people love saving money. And I never forget people that save me like $1,000, $2,000 and up, you know, I mean, that's just, it's a fantastic point to touch on.
Right. And so with that, I'm curious, and I don't mean to like, if I'm
no, you're good.
Tell me, but like, what is the average? So like an average, you know, no pool, 1,500 square foot house. What's the average home warranty cost?
Sure. So we actually make it very easy for everybody, right? So single family homes have one price, condos, townhomes have another, but we have 3 plans. So the basic plan that covers just the systems, no appliances, but the big stuff, AC, heating, plumbing, electrical, it's only $450 for the year. And if they wanted to cover the appliances as well, it would be $600 total for the year. And I mean, in 2018 alone, we spent over $580 million throughout the country in repairs and replacements for our customers. So, I mean, there's definitely, I mean, it's a great value. It's a great product. I believe in it 100%.
So, but it's not based on the size of the house. It's based on
5,000 square feet is the cutoff. So anything under 5,000 square feet is going to have the set pricing, and we don't inspect, and we have no age limits either. So it could be as old as Betty White. I don't care, right? It doesn't matter to me. And this is a great point because at the end of the day, it goes back to saving a deal, saving money. You know, if a home inspector finds that an AC is old, which they're going to find it, right? That's what they do. Normally what happens is the buyer asks for a big price drop, right? So this is another spot where the agent can come in and show they're different, show they're better, and build that, you know, relationship with the seller by saying, let's do the home warranty instead, because it's $450 for the coverage instead of $5,000 price reduction for the AC. You know, it's a very powerful thing. People forget basic things. I don't even really remember my agent that I worked with. And that's a whole nother story that maybe I'll tell you guys in just a few minutes. But, you know, it's these little things are what make agents different and how you get the referrals and how you get more listings.
Okay. So I want to backtrack on something you just said.
Sure.
Which I don't know why, man. I've never thought of it though. Like when you do a home inspection, because I hear it on my end in the mortgages, you know, like, yeah, hey, look, there could be inspection problems, Tim, and you know the buyer's talking back to us, and what's the problems? And it's the AC is gonna need to be replaced, right? In 12 months, that's the time frame they may give it. And so instead of saying, hey, we'll replace it, the seller can say, well, we think it's okay, but here's this home warranty that if it does break within 1 year, you can just use this, right?
Exactly. I mean, I can't tell you. Yep.
You know, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I can't tell you, you know, a lot of people have that like light bulb look in their eyes when, you know, I make that comment to them, because I can't tell you how many agents have been on that side where it's the AC's past its useful life, it works now, I can't guarantee how long it's going to last. And that's very intimidating to a buyer.
Right.
But it doesn't need to be, you know, and instead of dropping $5,000 or getting caught up in a contentious negotiation, because that's what happens after you've agreed to something and then now you want something else and something else. You know, people they don't like that, and you could lose a deal. Why? You know, $450, bing, bam, boom, done. Call it a day, close the home, move on.
Yeah, and not to convolute this conversation here, but with that AC, let's say I have the basic plan, right? And let's say it costs $5,000 to replace.
Sure.
What would I be out of pocket with that basic plan? You got an idea?
So it depends and it varies, right? So the way that our warranty works is we repair or replace, right? So when it comes to the AC, I can tell you 100% we cover all the parts and components of the AC for normal wear and tear, regardless of age, for repair or replacement, right? Doesn't matter. The only thing we don't pay in full is Freon, which is the coolant that goes into the AC, right? So depending on the AC repair, not to get all technical, but if it's a repair, there may be some Freon charges. If it's a replacement, there may be some additional code charges, but we foot the big stuff. So we foot all of the parts, all of the labor, the install of it, and then it's still under warranty after that. So, I mean, very minimal. I can see on average, it depends on the size of the home, the unit. I mean, there's so many variables. There's like 1,000 different types of ACs, but I mean, it could be anywhere from, if we are replacing the AC unit in whole, the most I've ever seen somebody have to pay out of pocket was like $300, $400. And that was for like hurricane straps, stuff that we pay up to a certain amount. We pay like $250 towards code and permit costs, right? And anything above that, the homeowner would pay. It's one of the big things I stress is don't ever tell people we cover everything, because we don't. But, I'm here to help them. But $300, $400 brand new AC, or $400 or $500, and you have your AC back up and working instead of having to pay retail. It's really an options plan is the best way to look at it. I mean, if you don't have a warranty, you'll always pay retail. If you have a warranty, you're going to have a good chance of saving money most of the time. I mean, it's just how it works.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, I think, are you on to number 4 right now? Are we on budget protection? Or
yeah,
what?
we're on budget protection and low inventory.
Bam. All right, now we're on number 4.
Perfect. So budget protection and low inventory markets. So this is a 4 and 5 kind of tie together, or my story does. But I look at it like this. The way the market is right now is very low inventory, right? And homes are selling fast. It is pushing buyers higher and higher and higher to or out of their price points even, right? So something has to be sacrificed. If they're looking for a home right now and you're at the very tip top of your budget, tip top of your savings, you're either going to end up in a neighborhood that you don't want to be in, but you get a nicer home, right? Or if you want to be in a certain neighborhood, you might end up with something older, right? How do you get these people to buy if everything's going to come back past its useful life, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So the warranty is a great way to give these buyers confidence because they're already at their max. It's a great way to give them confidence to purchase, whether if they have to sacrifice and buy something with an older AC, the warranty can give them that confidence in that situation. So they end up in their neighborhood they want to be in. They're comfortable with the home they purchased. They have less worry. Without that, some people really can't, they can barely afford to buy the home and then they're not prepared for what happens after closing. Mm-hmm. I think that's the big thing. And that's really where it ties in, I think, with the low inventory markets right now.
Well, dude, that's a great point because a lot of times when we do these loans for people, truthfully, we can get loans qualified and closed without having sometimes without the borrower having 1 month of payment, right. in reserves. And, we tell them, hey, look, you're owning a home now. There's going to be new things you're going to want, decorations, furniture, whatever. But, you also got to prepare for the unknown, the repairs and the upkeep that's going to be coming. And so, some of these people, man, are one AC blowing up from being in a very, very bad spot.
Right. And, that's not what I want to have happen. That's why I do believe in our coverage because I see it help people. I've seen it firsthand over the last 5 years. I have agents that have warranty and it saves them a ton of money too. It's one of those things. In fact, when you posted on Facebook, a couple of the comments, where, they mentioned my name, but then they're also like, yeah, I saved $1,700 or whatever the case.
Yeah. Bobby Tyler.
Bobby's the man. And, so, it does work. And the one thing I stress to people is I'm always here to help, right? If for whatever reason, we work with independent contractors and living in Florida, if you ever try to hire a contractor to do something, sometimes it's good. Most of the time it's great. If there's an issue, right, I'm here to help always. We don't have many issues at all, but I think that's one of the big things is especially if you want to go back to the budget protection and low inventory markets, or you have people that are from out of town, new here, relocating. Who do they know to call? Who do they know to trust? At least with the warranty, I'll own any mistake that is made, and I promise you won't see us on the news for selling units for $25,000 or whatever the crazy stories were from this past summer. You know what I mean? I think that's a big thing that people,
you won't name their name.
I have no idea. But yeah, but anyways, and so, and that's pretty much how I look at the low inventory market. And then on the flip side, not only buyers, sellers, right? Every agent is competing for these little listings that are out there. If there are less listings on the market, you have all these agents competing for less. How do you differentiate yourself? It all goes back to winning the more listings, right? How do you get the listing? Be different, use it. I have agents that, take over neighborhoods because they do one open house, including a warranty, and then they get the neighbor and then the other neighbor. I have stories that they're real stories, not like made up ones, like they're good ones. It actually works. I'm a big believer, like I said.
Right. Cool. And then you got number 6, right? Multiple offers?
It's number 6, multiple offers. So the way this works is this. Number 6. We have it set up like this. So we have a seller's coverage that's available for sellers while the home is on the market. It's a $75 additional add-on, right? So it comes with the buyer plan. So typically you think when somebody's going to buy seller's coverage, it's going to be the seller. However, let's say you're up in a multiple offer situation, right? And everything is, you're competing with other people, finance, whatever the case may be, and you're just looking for that extra edge in your offer. What I have told agents to do and seen them use is basically in the offer, you write that the buyer will provide the seller's coverage while the home is listed, right? It's $75. It's not paid until closing, right? So the buyer will pay for the seller to have coverage so the home is listed until closing. So any home inspection issues, might have coverage for that. Anything breaks while the home is listed, they have coverage for that. So the buyer's paying for that for the seller, right? And then the buyer purchases the buyer plan also at closing. Now, let's say the buyer does that, it's accepted, and then the inspection's like extra bad, like outside of American Home Shield's realm bad. If we have to cancel it, worst case scenario, the buyer only has to pay the $75 for the seller's coverage. They do not have to pay anything for a home they're not purchasing. But the way it works is basically you're saying to the seller, I'm gonna, pay X amount of dollars on top of that. I'm gonna cover you while the home is listed, so you still get the most money possible because you have this extra coverage if something breaks or comes up in the inspection.
I like it, man. I like it. Like I was telling you before we got on the call, is when you get in those multiple offer situations, it's vital that you find a way to stand out. And
yes, have to.
Doing that move is great. I was telling you that we can underwrite borrowers before they're even, under contract. And so
that's huge.
When they get in multiple offer situations, having us as a lender call that listing agent and saying, hey, they've already been underwritten and approved. They're great. Joey's great. Everyone's great.
Right.
We have, you have the contract over here, right? And then you got the other two and prices are similar. You're going to win with that added value that you gave, or maybe the call that I made, or whatever, that's the extra stuff to get your contract accepted. I like it.
I like it too. And I'm a big believer, to kind of tie it all in and all the 6 warranties and what you just said as well is that, I'm a big believer in providing value, but tangible value. People can always talk and say this and that, but if you have something tangible, like a pre-approval letter that shows a person's underwritten, the call from, the branch manager saying he's underwritten already. I mean, that's something tangible. It's not just like a normal piece of paper. And it works the same way with warranties. You list with me, you buy with me, you get a warranty. It's something tangible. And then when they save money, I mean, they'll remember you.
Yeah. Well, or you keep a deal together, or, you make them money.
Save deals every day.
Yeah. My eyes have been open today, Joey.
I like it, man. I like it.
You got anything else?
I was going to tell you, I'm going to leave you with one story. So I was the worst. Okay. So I was the worst first time home buyer ever. And this kind of ties in everything with the inspection issues, sellers, whatever. But you've all had clients like me. So I was the worst first time home buyer ever. We wrote 4 contracts in a span of 9 months. I canceled the first 3 on the last day of due diligence, like literally that guy, right? And it was even like, I was like, oh, she can do real estate. I can do real estate. That's how I got licensed. But
this is in Atlanta?
This is in Atlanta, right? So the funny thing is this is the first home we found it like within a month. It was perfect, right? And we loved it. Everything was great. The inspector came in, blah, blah, blah. AC's old, past its useful life. The last thing I want to do is buy my first home, move in, pay for a new AC. Like, how many people have heard this before, right? So my agent, instead of taking like 2 seconds to tell me about a home warranty, right, or hand me a brochure or a business card or anything, so taking 2 seconds to say, hey, this might solve your problem, she decided to spend another 8 months of her life driving around Atlanta, writing offers, canceling offers. And, and I always ask agents, how many more homes could she have sold in that 8 months? You know what I mean? So use it. Put this tool in your tool bag. It's there. It's there for listings and buyers and sellers and whatever the case may be. And I'm always here to help. And I appreciate you, Tim. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, man. Well, dude, you did awesome. I can tell you, anyone listening looking for someone to be involved with the home warranties, just from the comments on my page from reputable realtors I know that referred you. Anyone out there that's looking for a home warranty company, I know Joey will take great care of you. Always. No worries there. Joey, how can they get in touch with you? How do you want to connect with these agents out there, or a buyer or seller if they're watching?
Yeah, so anybody can reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Facebook. I'm under Joey B. Margolis. You can call me. It's 239-219-3005. That's my cell. Text is awesome as well. It's 239-219-3005. Facebook works, Messenger Pigeon. You can email me. It's really long. It's joseph.margolis@ahs.com. But
we'll put that in the post, man.
Right, put it in the post. But calls, Facebook, whatever. I'm always happy to help. It doesn't matter. Anybody can call me. You don't need permission to give my number out either. I'm happy to talk to anybody.
Yeah, awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you. We'll put all your information in the post where we put this at. A couple quick notes for me. You guys make sure if you want to connect on social media, please do. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, all that fun stuff. If you're listening to on a podcast, please subscribe. It helps me out. It means a lot to me. Also, mortgage note. I had mentioned about underwriting borrowers that are not under contract yet. If you have a buyer, maybe they got some hair on it, maybe there's some credit issues, you're worried about income or whatever, we can fully underwrite that buyer out there before you put them in your car, before you start looking for homes, okay? So keep that in mind. If I can ever help any of you out there, please give me a call. My cell phone number is 239-910-5668. And again, I appreciate you guys listening. Joey, thanks, dude. I appreciate you, man. Nice talking with you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate you, bud.
Have a good day. Until next time, dude. Come up with another topic. We'll bring you back on.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Have a great day.
All right, you too, buddy.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.